afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great rare Class B camper van value from Parkway RV Center. Today we're looking at a 2000 model leisure travel model number LTV4A. This is a wide body 20-foot long Class B camper van. One of the rarest motorhomes in the market today is a pre-owned camper van. These things are easy to drive. They get incredible fuel mileage, and you can park them in a regular parking spot. This particular one is even more rare because it only has 57,000 miles. You know, most of these vans, because they're so easy to use and jump in and drive, people put a lot more miles on them than they do a regular motorhome. So to find one like this with good mileage is something that's is a rare of the rare, I guess best way to say it. It's got almost brand new Goodyear tires all the way around it. I mean, they don't look like they have 500 miles on them, if even that. This unit's got a generator, got a 2.8 Onan generator, 900 hours, running perfectly, powering everything inside this motorhome. Built on a heavy-duty Dodge 3500 chassis. It's got the 5.9 liter Magnum V-8 gasoline engine, 57,000 original miles, got an awning, beautiful exterior. Folks, I don't have to tell you, shoppers out there looking for camper vans, how rare they are to find used. There's not 20 of them for sale nationwide. Well, folks, guess what? If you want vans, I've probably got the largest selection of Class B camper vans. I got two over there too. I got a BT Cruiser, a small one, which that's a B+, and then one behind it. I've got the largest in-stock selection of used camper vans for under $30,000, probably in the country right now. And I've really got some neat stuff, folks, some really neat stuff. So subscribe to my channel if you're in the market for one of these, because I promise you, you're going to have more options in one place than anywhere else in the country. Now, if you want to spend 50 or 60 grand, I don't have any of those, folks. You know, I try to get the ones that people can afford, and that's what I have right here. This is a 57,000 mile leisure travel. This thing new cost as much as many Class A motorhomes did, almost $100,000. 57,000 miles, and it's in great shape. Got the high top, so you can actually stand up pretty good in it. Got a 5,000 pound towing capacity hitch. Got the roof access ladder, all fiberglass top, so you have very, very little maintenance. And I'm going to show you this, folks, because whoever buys this needs to know. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it to the chase, because this took me about 30-45 minutes to find. You know, I always crank these things up, turn the lights on, things like that, and this one had a battery disconnect. I could not find it. Folks, they've hid the battery disconnect right here in the corner, that little silver, I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the battery disconnect. So if you buy this motorhome, you might want to refer back to this video, because that right there is a hard little item to find on this little van. I looked everywhere. But anyway, let's take a look inside this 2000 model leisure travel. Got a really nice interior, and this is the one that you can carry passengers with you. So this can double as a traveling van too, instead of just a camping van. As we step inside, oh, that air conditioner, ew, boy, it'll freeze you down pretty quick. Now this does have the 4 seats, and these 4 seats double as 2 single beds. You swivel your front seats around, these fold down flat, and you can actually have 2 single beds up here. And you know, what that's handy for, you know, this is something, you know, not everybody buys these vans to camp in. A lot of people buy these vans to use for daytime trips, to use for traveling between hotels, like, you know, say you and another couple want to travel cross country, you want to be able to have a restroom with you, have a generator, have a kitchen. You know, you don't have to spend the night in this van. You can park in a hotel room and spend the night in a hotel and just have a lot more comfortable vehicle to travel in. A lot of people buy these vans that never intend to spend the night. You know, I can give you an example. You know, many of you know about 15 years ago, one of my first motorhomes was a little bigger than this, but it was a 23-foot Class C. And now I've got a 38 footer. I mean, I couldn't go back to a 23 for my primary motorhome, not on the trips that I take. But, and nothing wrong with this, but I'm one of those kind of guys that, you know, when it comes to shopping, I'm not have any interest in it whatsoever. What we used to do is, like, if I need to go, so I'm one of those guys that goes into Walmart and comes back out in 10 minutes with exactly what I came in to get and doesn't even look at anything else. My wife's totally opposite. She loves to shop, loves to go to the outlet malls. There's outlet malls about 50, 60 miles south of us, a big one. You can spend all day there, and of course, that's pretty miserable for me. So what I used to do with our 23 foot, and you can do it with this one too, go down there, park it off to the side, run the generator. I used to go down there on Sundays with her, let her look all day long. I stay in that van. I'll have a TV on, watching football or whatever I wanted to watch. Fix me a snack, have a bathroom, never even have to get out of the van. And she can do her shopping. I'm not having to follow her around store to store and have my own comfortable spot. Just an idea. Or say your kids are in softball. You don't want to, and they have 3 or 4 games in a row or a tournament. Park your van there, have a place to hang out, cool off, have some cold drinks, watch TV, have a bathroom, don't have to buy from the concession stand. There you go. I mean, there's limitless possibilities for these little vans. You want something to travel around, tour the country, great idea for that. Something to run back and forth to casinos, there you go. I mean, these vans are so small and so versatile that you can do them. You can use them for a vehicle. You can use them for a motorhome. You can use them for just about anything you want to use it for. But anyway, I just want to point that out. Notice overhead, got the padded headliner. It looks great. It's got, now this thing originally had one of the square CRT TVs. Previous owners modified it so you could put a small flat screen TV up there, which we can do that for you as well. Just let the salesperson know, you know, we'll just charge you whatever the TV and the mount cost us, and we won't charge you to put it in. And we can put you a little old, probably 19-inch, 21-inch maybe TV up there, just whatever will fit and look right. But another nice thing about these little vans over traditional Class A's or C motorhomes, the dash air is cold in this van, and it will pretty much cool the entire van when you're traveling down the road. So you don't have to run the generator, run the roof air to keep your passengers comfortable like you do in a Class A or a Class C. That air conditioner and that dash heat will keep this thing comfortable. You can have 4 people in here comfortably, and even more than that if they want to sit on the couch in the back. It's got the adjustable ride airbag suspension that works great with a built-in compressor. Carpets look great. Now this middle floor is removable, this wood floor. Underneath one side of it is just some storage. Underneath the back side is the shower pan for your shower, and I'm going to show you how that works here in a minute. This is a 3-way RV refrigerator freezer, and it runs off, when I say 3-way, it can run off of gas, LP gas, it can run off of electric, or battery. You know, if you're traveling down the road, you don't want to run your propane, you don't want to run your generator, you can just run it on battery. Now, let me go ahead and warn you now, you don't want to stop somewhere and not have your motor running and have this on battery, because it's going to kill your battery pretty quick. But as long as your motor's running and the alternator's charging the battery, it will maintain enough charge to keep this thing cold. And you can also run it, it's completely legal, run it with LP gas on going down the road. Or if you got your generator on like I do now, simply run it on electric. I don't think the stovetop's ever been lit on it. Got a stainless steel sink, plenty of drawers and cabinets. And they didn't waste any space, folks. All the nooks and crannies have storage in it. Solid wood cabinets, built-in coffee maker. Got a microwave across from the coffee maker, which, and I apologize for the close-up shots, folks. Not a lot of room in here to work with when you're 6'4" and 280 pounds. This is not a big man's motorhome. But you've got a sofa in the back that's a power sofa that lowers down, makes a double bed. Of course, there's your roof air, and it is ice cold. And over here on the side is the, I call it the bathroom. You've got a little flip down sink, you've got a toilet, And what you do is these right here, I don't know how well you can tell in the video, but they've got petitions that come out from the doors, and those petitions is what you set up. You take this right here off the floor. There's your shower pan underneath it, and then you've got the whole bathroom to take a shower in. Is it comfortable to take a shower in when you're my size? No. It's something to use if you have to. You know, most of the time, you know, and most people that camp in these use the bathhouse at the campground, a lot more comfortable. But, you know, if you're away from a campground or dry camping, boondock camping, something like that, it's something you can use if you have to. This does have a 6-gallon gas water heater, just like in a regular RV. It does have all your holding tanks, your black water, your gray water, and your fresh holding tanks, so you can use this thing by boondock camping. So it's got pretty much everything a big motorhome's got, just kind of shrunk down into an easy to use package. You notice you got the fantastic vent fan as well. You can sleep up to 4 people in here. And it's got all the amenities you need to make a comfortable trip out of. Now, you know, these are pretty much designed for a 1 or 2 people at the most. You can sleep 4 in this thing. Now, would I carry 4 people cross country sleeping in this thing every night? Probably not. But if you're a couple, you want something to use for day trips, weekend trips, something that's easy to drive that either one of you can handle with ease and park with ease, this is an excellent choice. The fuel mileage compared to a big motorhome is incredible. You're talking 15, 16 miles a gallon depending on how you drive and where you drive. So you're going to get a lot better fuel mileage, a lot easier to drive. This is something that you can drive for a longer distance without fatigue. It's got tilt, cruise, power windows, power locks, power mirrors. Got factory stereo. Like I said, the dash air is cold. It's got everything you need. And it's easy to use, easy to park. That's why these things are so popular. Because people buy these vans, folks, and they're not like, you know, everybody that buys a Class A or a Class C, they keep it 2 years, 3 years. They either sell it or trade it in, get them something else. The kind of people that buy these little vans because they're so scarce is because people hang on to them. Most people hang on to these vans for several years, a lot longer than they would a Class A or a Class C, because of the convenience of it. And it's just like I was saying earlier, you can use this for so many different things besides something to spend the night in. You know, tailgating, going to football games, or anything like that. This is ideal for that. You know, just a lot of things you can do with it, folks. That's why they're so popular. Like I said, people buy these things to travel in without even intention of spending the night in it. And if you've got somebody on an oxygen machine, you've got a generator built in, so you can keep that running without having to use their portable tanks, so you can take them on a long trip. Got a lot of benefits, folks. A lot of benefits. This unit's $26,900, and that includes a major systems check by our certified RV techs that will be completed after purchase. See, to keep our overhead down, which in turn keeps our prices down because it keeps our costs down, and that way everybody wins. We don't check these things out until we sell them. So what happens is after purchase, this unit's going to be placed in line in our shop, in queue, what we call it, and I don't know how many's in front of it because I don't know when you're going to buy this van. It could be a week from now, a month from now, which I know I'm not going to have it that long, but you know, I don't know. So you have to call ahead and get the current lead time for camper van checkout from our sales department before you buy this unit on eBay or RV Trader or any of the 20 plus different websites I advertise on. And also, folks, when you call in to check the lead time, get them to send you a copy of what we check out and repair if needed for the price that you pay. And just to give it to you, just kind of a summary and including but not limited to, we're going to check the running, the driving. We're going to check the roof air, the generator, the fridge, gas, electric, and battery in this case too. We're going to check all your lights. We're going to check your plumbing system. We're going to check your LP system. Make sure there's no leaks in your plumbing or LP system. Make sure your water heater works. Your furnace does have a DSI furnace too and a DSI water heater. We make sure all that works. We check your tanks, your holding tanks, your freshwater tank, your water pump. We check your awning. Any outside compartments, we make sure those open and close and latch like they're supposed to. We check your furniture. We make sure your beds fold out like they're supposed to. We make sure your bathroom functions like it's supposed to. We make sure your hot water heater works, your microwave works, stovetop, sink, drawers, cabinets, lights, all the plug-in receptacles. We make sure those work. We make sure all the window treatments work. Pretty much check them out as thoroughly as you could expect a 17-year-old camper van to be checked out. And all that's included for the $26,900. And anything we find wrong in that inspection, of course, we repair before you pick it up or before we deliver it. You can fly in, drive this van home after it's been inspected. If you fly in, we'll pick you up for free at the Chattanooga, Tennessee airport during business hours. We'll go through the van with you after it's been inspected by my techs and drive it home. Now, of course, you want to call ahead, work out the deal with the salesperson, get it in line to get checked out and get it inspected before you make any plans to fly down here. But after it's been inspected, they're going to give you a complete walkthrough demonstration. You're going to get a starter kit real similar to this one right here. In fact, it's almost a twin to the one. This is the twin to the one we give you. That's got all your, it's in a bucket, it's got all your hoses and got all your toilet paper and adapters and sewer hose. All that's included with it. It's about an $80 kit that's included. We give you instructional DVDs, 45-day temporary tag, and all that for $26,900 out the door. Now, that's a haggle-free price with the services I just described. And if you want to take this thing, of course, as is, no inspection, no guarantee, no walkthrough, no demonstration, we'll still give you a starter kit. We'll still give you some DVDs and a temporary tag. But if you want to take it as is, we will discount this van what the inspection cost us and what it costs us to have the guys go through this thing and do a walkthrough with you. We will discount at that. But other than that, folks, if you want all the services that we provide, which not many dealers provide those kind of services on a 17-year-old van without charging you extra fees for it, it's $26,900. That's the price it is. We're a haggle-free dealership, have been for a while now. That's the way our customers prefer it, because this way there's no surprises. When you get here, there's no surprise fees like other dealerships that charge you $2,000, $3,000 in dock fees, prep fees, freight fees, tag fees, title fees. And that $26,900 price suddenly becomes $30,000 or more. You don't have to worry about that here. You know what the price is when you look at the ad. You know what the price is when you see the video. You know what the price is when you get here to look at it in person. It doesn't change. And that's the way we do it. That's the way our customers prefer it. You know, we've been doing this for over 49 plus years. We are one of the oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealerships in the country today. We've got over 170 used RVs, including about 7 or 8 of these little vans. And all of our RVs, folks, we got the largest inventory of used RVs in stock of any dealer within a 500-mile radius. We've got the lowest prices on the internet. You know, we've been doing this a long time. There's not much we haven't seen. You know, you can certainly check us out, put our experience to work with you. Another thing that we do different than everybody else, we don't have commissioned salespeople. You know, you would think a lot our size would have 20 commissioned salespeople, folks, but you never want to buy a big ticket item from a commissioned salesperson. And I'll tell you why. These big dealers, what they do, in lieu of paying them a salary or paying them by the hour, they pay their salespeople's commission only. So they only get paid when they sell an item. Now, they may go a week or two without making a dime. So the only way to keep them coming and working there is to offer them a huge reward when they do make a sale. And the industry average commission rate, is, in other words, what the commission salesperson makes when you buy from them, is 25% of the gross profit. Why is that bad for you? Because A, it means that the dealership has to mark their units up an additional 25% to cover the salesperson's commission. And B, if you've got a trade-in or if you try to negotiate, every extra dollar that they get you to pay is an extra 25 cents in their pocket. If you've got a trade-in that's worth 20 grand, they talk you into taking 15 grand, they get paid commission on how far under trade-in value they get you to take for your trade. In other words, they picked up an extra $1,250 by talking you into taking less than your trade's worth. And it's a common practice, folks. That's why so many people are driving around in motorhomes that they owe so much more than they're worth because of these slick talking commission salespeople. Our salespeople here, I don't have 30 or 40 like most lots my size have. I have 4. And these guys are non-commissioned. They get paid the same every week whether you buy a motorhome from us or not. They all work together. This way there's no competition. Everybody works together. Everybody gets along. And it just makes it that much easier. We're the only lot around, folks, that you can look at 170 used RVs without having to go through a pre-screening process, getting pre-approved, getting your personal information, setting you down in front of a desk, and getting all your information before they even let you go on the lot and look. That's why most lots you go to, our inventory is in a prison yard, and you've got a 6-foot tall fence with barbed wire on top with a locked gate that you can't get into until you go through the sales offices and get pre-approved or pre-qualified, and then they get some high-pressure commission salesperson to walk you around and talk you into buying something that you're not ready to buy yet. That's not how you buy an RV, folks. That's not the way we sell them. You know, we let you come here, look at your own pace. Everything's priced on the windshield. The prices are haggle-free, so you don't have to worry about having to spend days negotiating. And these dealers that negotiate, folks, all they do is whatever they take off the price, they add right back to it in the form of all those dock fees, prep fees, and dealer fees that they charge that we don't. So you go through here, you pick out the one you want, you come in, the salesperson will be happy to go back out with you, answer any questions you have, help you out with financing if you need it, and do our best to sell you this motorhome, folks, with no pressure, no sales pressure. You know, because like I said, my guys, they get paid the same whether you buy one or not, so there's no need for them to put any sales pressure on you. And our mentality on that, folks, and our thinking on that is simple. Everybody here is an adult. We're adults. You're an adult. Whoever buys this motorhome, I'm going to assume is 18 years and older. They're an adult. We don't have to put a gun to your head to make you buy our RVs. We're not desperate to sell RVs, folks. We sell 1 to 4 units every single day we're open for business. So, you know, what I'm getting at, folks, is we don't have to go out there and pressure you and stress you out to get you to buy an RV, because we just simply don't have to. You know, when you've been in business as long as we have, everything you own's paid for. We operate off our own money. You know, I don't keep anything longer than 3 or 4 months because of our prices. But, you know, let's just say for some reason this van didn't sell, and I can't imagine why it wouldn't. If this thing's sitting here a year from now, 2 years from now, we're not going to sell the van unless the deal's right for us, because we don't have to. It doesn't cost us anything. It's paid for. Title's in the office. You know, it doesn't cost us anything besides real estate for these things to sit. And very rarely do we have anything older than 90 days, and hardly ever have anything older than 120 days on our lot. In other words, folks, let me put it to you like this. 170 RVs, you can spend all day out here making notes, writing down the information on every one of the RVs on the lot. Come back 4 months later, do the same thing, and you're going to see an entirely different inventory, because everything that was there the first time is sold and replaced by something else. That's the kind of business we run. We sell almost 600 RVs a year. These things don't sit around. When you get into something rare like these little camper vans, folks, there's people all over the country waiting to buy these and willing to travel thousands of miles to pick them up in this price range because they're so rare. Last year I had maybe 6 of these RVs in the entire year. Folks, I sold over 600 units last year. So basically for every A and C that we had to go through 100 Class A's, Class C's, and travel trailers and fifth wheels for every one of these vans that we found. So that tells you how rare they are. Give us a call. Our phone numbers are 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. Our website's parkwayrvcenter.com or .net. We've been here 49 years, folks. You know, we answer our emails, but if you're in a hurry to get an answer, because my guys stay so busy with just 4 salespeople, they don't spend a lot of time behind a computer answering emails. Always recommend you call first and You know, it may be up to 24 hours before we can respond to an email, because my guys, like I said, they're on the lot constantly. They're not behind their computers, they're on the lot. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, email us, sales@parkway-rv-center.com. I strongly recommend, if you're in the market for a Class B van, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting some of these over the next couple of days. Some really good buys, all under $30,000, some even under $20,000. And I promise you, you're going to see one you want to buy. If you don't want to buy this one, I can't imagine why you wouldn't. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.